if I was listing like a bunch of what I consider the worst presidents in American history, um, you know, definitely both of the Roosevelts. I think if you're any kind of a libertarian or even like a small government conservative, y there's no way you can, if you actually know the history of the Roosevelts, there's no way you can think that they're good. Lyndon Johnson is another one who I think is one of the worst. I mean, just absolutely monstrous in many ways. Um, Lincoln, of course, there's plenty of negative things to say there, from kind of a libertarian perspective for sure. But yeah, to me, Wilson still, as of now, if a president starts World War III, I guess maybe he'll end up being worse than Wilson. We'll see. But as of right now, Wilson to me is the worst, and it's the the quantity of negative marks on him. If you're from any kind of a pro freedom perspective, right, from a moderately pro freedom person to an anarchist, anywhere on that spectrum, you've got to see Wilson is just the worst when you add it all up. And it's a whole bunch of it's little things and big things combined. It's things that were kind of like short term and then things that have lasting legacies to this day. So just some of the reasons to not like Wilson. First off, he's one of the most racist presidents we've ever had. So, and I'm not a woke SJW or whatever, but I'm also not a racist. And so, that to me is a negative mark. And so there's that. And then there's he was very trigger happy interventionist even before World War One. He was very involved in sending American troops into Latin America and the Caribbean. He invaded Mexico twice. I'm actually going to do a whole episode just on Woodrow Wilson's Banana Wars. He invaded Mexico twice. He invaded and occupied Haiti and a whole bunch of other places in Latin America and the Caribbean. He got the United States into World War One, which I think was a disaster not only for the United States but for the entire planet, because it caused World War One to end in such a messed up way that it almost guaranteed World War Two was going to happen. And also the way that World War One ended. And Wilson doesn't deserve all the blame. There's also a lot of blame to give to the leaders of France and Britain, but Wilson deserves a lot of blame on a number of levels.